It's vintage. This means more than 2 years in the oak barrel, namely is since 2013 in oak barrel. It's rich in aromas of dry fruits, nuts and spices. It contains 15% alcohol, and the commandaria that you can buy from the shop of the Cyprus Wine Museum, which is production of the museum, we call it commandaria orchestra. It's a year.
The oldest wine, more than 5,500 years old. Wow. Are you supposed to produce it till today?
Yes.
This is wonderful. I have to test this. No way, I have to test it. Even though I'm not good in drinking, I don't drink, but I have to test it.
It's dessert wine.
Oh, it's a little bit sweet. Eh?
Sweet, yes, it has to be sweet.
It's good. How many percent alcohol?
15.
50% alcohol. Wow. If there's any one thing in life that unites people, it is drinking. It can be wine, it can be water, it can be whiskey, but no matter what, when there's a gathering, whether people play football, they must be drinking. Whether there's an issue within the family, people need to drink. So today I'm going to take you guys to one of the oldest wine in the world, more than 5,500 years ago. They call it commandaria, and it is being manufactured here. The taste is still the same, everything the same till date as we are talking right into the ancient days. I told you this is one of the most ancient country that you see a lot of ancient things. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Don Loco Show, showcasing you things perhaps you don't have the opportunity to go, and I will be taking you around so that you see things for yourself. Don't doubt, don't believe. Should in case you are new, make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you like this video and drop us comment at the comment section. Are you one of the people who love drinking? Leave us comment at the comment section. Which one do you drink? Water, wine, whiskey, whatever. Drink it. Whether it is beer, leave us comment at the comment section. Let me know what you love to drink, and perhaps, who knows, somebody can like to sponsor your drinking. Follow me as we go together.
Fragments of the vessel. In 2005, the scientists made chemical analysis on them, and they found traces of tartaric acid. This is a substance that we usually find in wine. So this proves that those vessels were used for storing wine. Because they are the oldest evidence we have in Europe for the production of wine, Erini, the village where they were found, is the birthplace of European wine. The museum is also located at the entrance to the wine routes, which lead to all these wine villages on the mountainous area of Limassol, on Troodos mountain. Here are varieties of vines, so traditional Cypriot grape varieties. From the whites, the most famous is Ximisteri, and from the reds are black and Maratheftico. With Ximisteri and black, we produce the dessert wine of Cyprus. We call it commandaria, and it's probably one of the most ancient wines in the whole world. We have written references about it since 800 BC. From the Greek poet, dessert wine was nama. But in medieval period, when the French knights of Saint Knights, the Europeans, started exporting the dessert wine of Cyprus, they call it commandaria from the name of this region. Okay? La Grande Commanderie became commandaria. 14 villages at the east side of Limassol. And the harvest, when the grapes are very sweet, then we put them under the sun to dehydrate naturally. Afterwards, we press the grapes, we produce the juice, which we fermentate. And when the sweet wine is ready, we transfer it into big oak barrels, minimum for 2 years. And okay, commandaria, because we have written references since 800 BC, the scientists say that it's probably the most ancient wine.
Commandaria. The world.
In the world, yes.
Wow.
We use this method for the production of zivania. Zivania is the strong distilled spirit of Cyprus. It contains legally 43 to 53% alcohol. We produce it with the skin and the seeds of the grapes. So we put everything here, in this big pot. We boil them. So here we gather the hot steam, which later on comes through this pipe into the big vessel, which is full of cold water. And then you receive the pure spirit there drop by drop. It was a kind of measurement of the wine. In cups for drinking wine and jars for serving wine, dated from 2000 BC until 50 BC. They are all original. From Paphos archaeological park, which shows the god of wine. In Greek mythology, his name was Dionysus. Here we have Icarius, who was the first wine producer. And the last section shows the first wine drinkers. Icarius gave them some wine to taste, they liked it, and they got drunk. Then they killed Icarius because they thought that he poisoned them. So the lesson is don't drink too much. To export wine from Bronze Age till medieval period in the whole Mediterranean Sea. We call these vessels amphora because you can carry them by both sides. They always have two handles. Original you will find in London, and it shows the first time that European kings tasted commandaria. It was in the year 1363 when the Cypriot king Peter I traveled to London to meet the kings of England, Scotland, Denmark and France and asked from them money to make a war against the Arabs. As presents, our king gave them commandaria to taste. Of course they liked it, and they said that commandaria is the king of all wines and a wine that every king should drink. That rich people used to drink wine. They are dated in 15th century AD and they are made of clay. The cup here, it has small holes in order to put a limit on how much wine the ladies will drink, because that period women were not allowed to get drunk. Community presses that we still have in Cyprus, not in use anymore, but it's a kind of sightseeing. This one you can visit it in Lania village, and there is another one press well preserved in Omodos village. So after they press the grapes, vessel, which we call pithari, they kept the juice here approximately for 14 days, well closed, and half of it was dug in the earth in order to keep the temperature stable. After 40 days, they could open the small hole and taste wine with a big straw of a kind of bamboo. Here you can also read the year when they made the vessel, 1783. It's one of the oldest that we have inside.
And it's still okay till today?
Yes, we don't use it for the fermentation of wine anymore, but we decorate our gardens because we have plenty from the old times. You just throw the grapes in, you rotate it, inside there are small spikes that squeezes the grapes and you receive the juice there. On the wall we have the tools that people use to cultivate the vines, and this is the scale with the weights. Here we have the traditional wine bottle of Cyprus. We call it grassopologa, and it's made of pumpkin. With this you can serve wine. Storage jar for zivania, for the distilled spirit of Cyprus, and there we have the wine skin. We call it askos in Greek. It's made of goat leather, and that was the first vessel that people ever used to carry wine. Cabernet Sauvignon, rosé dry, with aromas of strawberries and blackberries, and 13% alcohol.
13% alcohol?
Yes. And now we have again Cabernet Sauvignon, rosé, but medium sweet.
Medium sweet?
12%.
12% alcohol. Okay.
This is commandaria.
Commandaria, one of the oldest wine in the world. I would like to taste that.
Okay, just a moment. Yeah, it's vintage. This means more than 2 years in the oak barrel. Namely, is since 2013 in oak barrel. It's rich in aromas of dry fruits, nuts, and spices. It contains 15% alcohol, and the commandaria that you can buy from the shop of the Cyprus Wine Museum, which is production of the museum, we call it commandaria orchestra. It's a year.
The oldest wine, more than 5,500 years old. Bah, are you supposed to produce it till today?
Yes.
This is wonderful. I have to test this. No, I have to test it. Even though I'm not good in drinking, I don't drink, but I have to test it.
It's dessert wine.
Oh, it's a little bit sweet. Eh?
Sweet, yes, it has to be sweet.
It's good. How many percent alcohol?
15.
15% alcohol. Wow.
Distilled spirit, it's very strong. It contains 43% of alcohol.
Wow.
The one that we produce in the Cyprus Wine Museum is made with the variety Muscat from Alexandria. Generally, Zivania is made only with Sinisteri or black variety. Dry oak aged Zivania. This means more than 3 years in the oak barrel. For this reason, the color turns from clear to dark brown.
Wow.
And the last one is sweet oak aged Zivania with aromas of caramel and honey. For this, we use only the empty barrel of commandaria. Inside, we put caramel, honey to burn it, and then we transfer Zivania again minimum for 3 years. Yes?
No, I would not like to tell. No, I'm not good in drinking, honestly. Even though I pay for that, but I will not drink. If I drink, it might cause me problem. I'm not good in drinking. I don't drink. Just little as I taste is okay. Because I do my show, I have to taste it. If not, I wouldn't have tasted it.
Okay. These are all products of the Cyprus Wine Museum. We are the producers, and we have our labels. And the shop inside, you can find all these products where you can buy.
Wow. Produce it here.
We don't produce the wines here, but we collaborate with the wineries.
Okay.
Paphos region.
Okay.
And with the owners of vineyards. But of course, we have our own group of enologists.
We select the best grapes.
Yes.
Oh, you select the best grade. I'm happy to see this. Honestly, I came because I saw this and it was so amazing. I saw the commandaria more than 5,000 years ago, and you people still produce it till today. I was like, wow, I need to come and see it.
The same recipe.
The same recipe till date. From day one till date, they still produce the same recipe. Man, I can't believe this. Anyway, it's good. I'm happy my audience would like to see this.